The story of David and Goliath is a fantastic story about the ability of bravery that David has. David is not even part of the army of Israel. His fathers asked him to go and check on his older brothers who are soldiers, trained men to fight. And when he gets there, he finds there's a commotion. People are fearing this Philistine that's intimidating, this giant of a man called Goliath. And he gets there and he's trying to find his brothers and finds out the men are scared to go to war. So eventually the king gets to hear there's a man who's ready to go and fight. And he is counting on how God has been with him when he had to face the lion, the bear, while looking after his father's sheep. King Saul tries to give him his uniform, his armor, his protective clothing, and it's not good for him. So he resorts to getting what he knows best, his slingshot and his little stones. He picks up 5 smooth stones, the Bible tells us, and goes up to meet Goliath, a small boy. Goliath tries to intimidate him. But what he doesn't know is what David knows. What the armies of Israel don't know is what David knows, that the battle was never his, but belonged to God. I like what he says in 1 Samuel 17, in verse 45, says, David said to the Philistine, you come to me with a sword and with a spear and with a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defiled. Hallelujah. And he says, this day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you and take your head from you. So David, looking at this giant facing him, tells him exactly who he is fighting. We call that Jehovah, El Gibbor. Gibbor means warrior, means champion, means hero. But El means God, my champion, my hero. He wasn't going to fight him in his own strength. He was going to fight with Jehovah El Gibbor. And El Gibbor, when he faces Goliath, he takes one stone and he throws it to a giant. That stone should not drop him. However, because David knows who he is, the power and the force of the Creator is put behind that little stone, taking that giant down to the ground. And he was able to take the sword of the giant and cut his head off. Exactly what he said. My friends, you and I need to be able to call on Jehovah El Gibbor, our champion, our hero. He's the one who will take your enemy down.